Water exploration. I've added a mod to this game that changes how water looks. However, it will not drastically help us explore large areas of water. Um, I sort of did that already. What I did is I disabled the graphical effects here that blocks our view. Now it's the and I basically looked around, and my conclusion is that for the most part it's just a barren wasteland. There's trash areas, sunken ships here and there, but they're not areas you're meant to ever go and look at. So for the most part, I didn't go over in any detail. For the most part, everything you see here, the water areas, they're basically empty. If there's something of interest, it should be marked somehow on the surface too. So there's no point in swimming at the bottom of the ocean here trying to find out something. You're just wasting your fucking time. You're lucky to find maybe a container or two. It's that barren. There's just trash basically. So there's no point doing that, and I'm not going to do that. I do want to highlight or show off the mod that I added. It changes how the water looks. So black instead of gray. The effect is actually a bit different. It makes the water clear. You can see the effect. It's actually quite nice because a vast amount of water looks black pretty much. Very dark. But it has the advantage that it highlights certain things like this. So this is anchored. So we can clearly see the anchor and follow it to the depths. And now it starts to look a little bit different. Ignoring that, this is more or less how it's supposed to look. Not this. It's a bit more atmospheric, and it's not incredible. You don't have to stare at a grey blanket on your vision. I find this to be much improved. I'm gonna keep it. But yeah, this is pretty much what you see here at the bottom. A little bit of pipes here, a little bit of vegetation, maybe a few trash areas here and there. That's exactly what the entire coastline is. It's not worth it. And it's everywhere it's the same. So it's not worth my time to go over everything. I can disable the effect. It makes everything look like this, so you can easily see it. But it's, as I said, not worth it. More or less, the loot is this too. Basically nothing. You're just wasting your time. So no point doing that. If there's something in watery areas, it's in somewhere else, not in the ocean.
Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone. I have to have someone watching my back.
We'll still continue this, but we'll go from target to target instead of trying to go everywhere, like a ship, like an island, like that sort of thing. With the inland water areas, the situation is a bit different. That's much more likely to yield something interesting. Knowing what I know about Aqualung at this point, still not worth taking, not even close. And fucking graphical flickering. None of this requires Aqualung or Aqua Girl, whatever the perk name is.
Not another way around, huh?
Yeah, parts of a fallen airplane. I think there's a airliner underneath us, and I'm also pretty sure it's not going to be worth anything really. Is there some kind of line going down? Well, there's this. They've been dragging pieces up, so like this is what I was talking about. There's really no point staying at the bottom, trying to move around there. You're much better off just keeping an eye out where the game is pointing your interest, and then go check if you're really interested. But this is nothing of real value here. At least I can't spot anything. I can't interact with anything. It's a blue. I'm taking it just because it's the only thing I've seen here. Let's... No ships nearby. I suppose we could go... No. Let's go to the island. Hazard suit and Mylar cakes. So all you really need. Yeah, I like this. I like this quite a bit. Maybe a bit too dark, but it's. I'm not saying the mod I have installed now is somehow amazingly good. Just that it's an improvement over the existing situation. Definitely could be better. Big problem is just like the draw distance on here to be improved. That would pretty much be it. I can easily disable or enable effects, but fiddling with the details themselves is a bit more complicated, and I don't know how to do it. I'm not sure how high of a priority that is for anyone, because you're not gonna find anything here anyway, so what's the point? It's a little bit more immersive situation in my opinion, but or rather more fun to play at least. But it's more of a... It's not even a secondary concern really. It affects so little part of the gameplay. It's easy to see why no one would really want to focus on it at this point. when there are a lot bigger fish to fry. This enemy. Another Batman. Surprisingly common weapon in this area. Although, this was the testing area for the weapon, so I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised that it's widely used here.
One grim locale.
In general, I don't like that though, because there's no reason for the weapon to be here. It's here because the queen is here. It's your typical boss fight setup. Suddenly a huge amount of ammunition and a specialty heavy weapon, and you know that you know what's coming after that. It's not the sort of shit I want to see in a game like this. If it's a basically straightforward rail shooter or a sort of a hallway shooter, nothing else, I just don't care for it. In a game like this, you need to be responsible for your own weapon selection. But it's enough for the situations you'll likely encounter. Lobster. Still, we are providing electricity somewhere, I think. Ooh, what's going on here? Dead people. Randy. Raiders. Well, we might as well follow the power line. See what we did by activating power. If there are raiders here, I'm probably going to Spectacle Island.
There's a lot of people out here could use a hand.
Yeah, I'm likely to give them an opportunity to attack us first. Because named people and a person and a raider, it's a good chance we might be able to encounter at least someone who might be able to talk to us. Old crops too. I'd suspect they're all dead, but you never know. Loudspeakers. Be there in hiding. Workshop. It's a colony base. Signal checklist. Make sure the wires to the generator are all connected properly. Last thing we need is another short blowing out the generator, Randy. The generator must be on before turning on the signal tower. I suggest you stay out of the water when flipping the generator switch. Just saying. You will know the signal is playing when, well, you'll just know. Once the feedback goes away, it will sound like there's nothing coming out of the speaker. There is, but only the Mirelurks can hear it. Shit. What exactly... Is it a signal to lure them here or scare them away? Because I don't particularly want to be here. There's gonna be a huge amount of Mirelurks rushing our way. I'd like to at least prepare. I'm gonna...
You're in for it now.
Ah, fuck it. Yeah, is there...
Lights out for you.
Scares away the Mirelurks. Okay.
Hoping they stay.
Quick draw laser pistol.
Anything useful?
Seems like an interesting place for a colony. I mean, it's right in the smack middle of nowhere. Can't I detect the enemy? It's attacking, but not really. I guess they can hear, they react to the signal basically. So even if they pop up, they won't stay and fight. Bit problematic actually. So I might have to kill them in order to take control of this area. And they just run away. There's one. Not really you been using the ghost rifle. I actually don't care for it too much. Nothing particularly bad about it. I just... What are the other options? Holy shit.
What's that?
It was a Mirelurk King. So, do you want to build a home on Mirelurk Island? Clean black suit. Never looted a king before. Just me. Okay, still a couple. Okay, this should be the main colony area, I guess. But it can't be because the workshop is over there. So if there's any enemies, non-Mirelurk enemies, they should be here.
You stumble into a library? Now, what's this?
Nice.
Can't tell if this was storage or trash.
This could be a fantastically large area where you can construct. Fertilizer. Used to be raiders or settlers. Raiders came in, destroyed the entire place. Then came the Mirelurks. Now, Mirelurks came first, then came protections against Mirelurks, then came raiders. Probably didn't do anything more than just prevented them from using their goddamn defense system. So the Mirelurks were free to come and dish out some justice. Where's Nick anyway? Wouldn't mind a little bit less carry weight.
Hey,
I'm all ears. Take a look.
Ah, that's better.
You got a thing for antiques, huh?
No? Squirrel on a stick. I think we took a look at these areas, didn't we? Right. There's a couple more structures here, but I think we're pretty much done with this place. This looks like the fields. Crop fields. Farming. The cattle area. Fertilizer. And water pumps and all. Yeah, this is sort of what I'm... Okay, this is the last proper structure here. Here's some of the container.
I don't think we're alone.
Oh shit. Clearly a Mirelurk hunter here. But, don't see it. Oh, I see it. But I don't see it. Interesting place. Probably would have considered my base to be built in a place like this. Not anymore. But it's a very isolated place, so you're not going to be easily mixed up with the politics of the other places. Don't feed the bears. I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Still. Engine scale. Oven mix. Source of asbestos. Okay, I think that's it. Not quite. You're still alive. No, it's a dummy. Why? Ah, yeah, I was about to say, why are there dummies here? Because it's a box full of dummies. Grenades, drugs.
Sweet.
Building a collection or something?
Yes, yes I am. You've been asking that quite a few times, and the answer is always the same, it's yes. What the fuck? I didn't touch that.
Yes.
Standard loot. It's those containers that aren't locked that behave a little bit on their own.
That's it.
Crap and crap. Still better than nothing. I suppose we could make a weapon that uses some of this ammunition.
Yes.
But is there really a point to that? Any quick travel locations? Yeah, Spectacle Island. Huh. Genuine colony. Horrible, horrible place. Definitely needs some kind of heavy defenses. And a new quick
Here
travel
a peep.
location.
And now I'm wondering why.
The workshop is nowhere near here, so I'm wondering how big is this island construction area? Definitely needs heavy protection. This is the first place that I've generally thought that could use some kind of a missile turret setup. Maybe low level shotgun turrets might also do the trick. Three water, 20 power. 0 beds, 0 any, 0 everything. Right? I sort of want to store my junk here. We would just need to get someone to come up here so we can. Yeah, how does the supply route from this place work? Holy shit. It's the entire goddamn island for you. Yeah, this is by far the largest construction area I've seen, and it has a huge amount of items already, and still the size isn't actually all that bad. I mean, it's not even halfway there. So you could build something truly massive here. Not that I would. I mean, I sort of did that already, and there's no real reason to do it. I'm pretty sure here the Mirelurks are gonna spawn right on top of you inside your little settlement here anyway. So you'd have to have protections all over the place. So it just isn't good enough to wall off a place like this. I don't think you would have the resources for that anyway. Trader. I wonder if we can move the main workbench. Definitely would like to consolidate a lot of this. Floor and a roof. I don't have any specific plan to try to build anything here anyway, so I'm not quite sure why I'm doing this. It's certainly within range of the Brotherhood base, so if we would have to ever turn against them, a lot of artillery would be placed here. At the same time, I don't particularly care for this. It has a huge amount of chunk that I can't get rid of. Can't do a clean slate construction here. I have to live with a lot of crap. Still, it's an impressive area. So I'm more or less just interested in seeing the limitations we have here. And it includes everything. So you don't have to try to cover the entire island. Just have something here, and you have a huge amount of size to use. Maybe a little bit of beach property. Yeah. Like this. We're going to get the fuck out of here though. Right. Next sort of decent target, I suppose, would be some of the boats around here. General Atomics Factory. I actually have wanted to visit that. I think I will. I just don't want to go to the castle because that will trigger something probably immense. So if I could just sleep here somewhere, wait the time, be great. I think there's like one boat on that side. Things like that. Nothing major. Well, at the same time, I suppose we're exploring, so
We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
we certainly have a legitimate reason to take a look around. But as I said, I don't exactly intend to go through every single site or anything like that. I just don't see the point in that. I guess in general we're moving north. There was yeah, that's there. Also, we haven't visited that ship, maybe that either. Not sure if there's any point to it. $10mm pistol. Since we started this, we might as well see to the end. Yeah. The effect doesn't quite work. Yeah, where the boat's hull is supposed to be, it doesn't show. That could be the difference between the water changing. That looks terrible. I guess the effect is because I'm looking at this sun, or it's shimmering on the water. I think it's a bit excessive though. I mean, still, okay. There's another one where we can just follow up the line. See where it goes. It's a bit too dark, but I'm sure there are better versions of this as time goes by. Don't turn on the lights. Container transport. Sure, there's anything of value in a place like this. Well, you could potentially get some resources if you were building a colony, cinder blocks. Some much needed concrete. But I guess this is a victim of the general problem with these places. They're just largely pointless. I don't have any trouble believing that if you go through every place like this, you'll eventually find something of use, something you value, something you're happy that you went and looked through all these places. But at the same time, if someone said to me, yeah, there just isn't anything interesting, I would believe that too. I mean, they were just pointing me at this, and it's pretty dull. Oh lies. Flamer fuel. Well, that certainly made it all worthwhile. What do you have to say? That's one of those things I wasn't expecting to find here. Right. Looks like our little exploration's gonna come to an end soon. The ferry I saw was somewhere here. From that we can just go towards the general atomics site if I actually see the boat somewhere. What the fuck is this brightness? It's getting worse. Wonder if it's a side effect of changing how the water works. I don't necessarily yeah, it might be. Maybe? Either way, doesn't look good. Ooh. I'll make a quick save point then. I want to test it out. Yeah, this is not what I was looking for. What the fuck? This is just getting worse and worse and worse. What the fuck? It might be a fog effect. Yeah, that actually makes some sense. Right. That's what I saw. It's a house built on a... What is it built on? Sunken ship. Ah, it's a ferry. Right. Oh, we have a bed here and everything. Out of curiosity, what time of day is it? 9:43. And I can't see shit. I think it's a fog effect. That makes sense to me. It still looks a bit stupid, but that would explain why it paints everything to white. And dark. Right. So, I'm sure there's again a lot of sites here still left for us to go, but I'd rather pick and choose a little bit at this point instead of just randomly try to go to places. General Atomics Factory. That's something I want to see what's there. Somewhere in the whiteness.